Hello and welcome. This is Iron Raiden back again, here to discuss Zack Snyder's Justice League with just a week out from this thing dropping on HBO Max. And as you can see here, Restore the Snyderverse is in fact trending on Twitter. That just goes to show that people are way hyped for this thing. Now, don't get me wrong, I am someone who has been disappointed with the previous Zack Snyder DCEU films. I did just recently go back, as I said I would in a previous video, that I would go back and watch Man of Steel. And if anything would change a bit more for me, because I've really only watched it all the way through maybe a couple of times before. And I do have to say that I do have more of an appreciation for it at this point in time. Do I love it? I can't say I love it as much as most of the hardcore Zack Snyder fans, but it did resonate with me a bit more. It's still flawed in my eyes, but it does resonate better with me because I've said before, I do feel there have always been elements there of Zack Snyder's vision. I do love his style. The man does in fact have style, and I love the look of his films. He really does know how to go grand. Sometimes I feel like he may go a bit too far at times, but he does give you that feeling each and every time. Now, I will be watching the extended cut of BVS very soon as well, before this drops, to see how I feel about that. And also to sort of prepare for this big, epic 4-hour long cut of a film. But this right here, just going to show the trend of this. Restore the Snyderverse. The love is real. And honestly, I think this is perhaps, and given that what has come before it, and knowing that we're not getting like all of this like big theatrical release, the fact that this is happening, it feels honestly like an event to where someone like me, who's not so heavily involved with the DCEU as a whole, because even, Zack Snyder or not, there have been some very like sloppy decision making and just so many different directions that they're going in that you just don't know what to really think anymore. But this feels like it's an event all over again, which is incredible to believe, all things considered, because of course the fans and people like us who are on the internet, who keep up with this stuff, we know what the deal is, of course we do. But the mainstream, I mean, it feels like this could be a bigger deal than what even the fans thought, to see that if this goes over very well with Zack Snyder and HBO Max, which I believe it will, then this could just be the beginning of sort of the redemption. And as you can see here with what Grace Randolph has said, that the 2 and 3 storyboards for the sequels and the potential of directing Wonder Woman, I don't know about. I mean, it's certainly possible. I mean, depending on how this goes, they could very well give Zack Snyder another shot. Will they just throw out Patty Jenkins? I mean, I know, because they like to commit to certain people that they have involved with these films, and even though Wonder Woman 84 was definitely a disappointment, to say the least, I mean, will they in fact go that far? I can't say, but it's definitely a possibility. And I do imagine at this point, the hype is, like I said, it's very much real to, like, again, someone like me who hasn't been that hardcore into the whole vision, but even I myself feel it, like I've been there the whole time, just been like, yeah, this movie rocks. Like it feels that way. Like the hype is infectious at this point, where you honestly cannot deny it. I mean, it's just it's quite an incredible feeling to where, yeah, Wonder Woman of course had its hype behind it, and then just it was disappointment. But even this feels like it's going above that. Like, even though we don't really have theaters open as wide as what we had before, this still feels like it like the original Justice League never did happen, and that this really is an event to like really fully like bring everyone back together into the fold of all of it. And yeah, I mean, just you just cannot deny that energy, and it really is going to is gonna do wonders if this thing truly does well. You know, again, because the hardcore fans, I'm sure they're gonna love it no matter what, and I am having faith that it'll all come out just fine, because again, I even though I wasn't that hardcore, again, I'm having more appreciation now, and I want to love this film. If I can walk away saying this is the best DC film to date, if I can walk away saying it's one of the best superhero films to date, I in fact will be very happy about that, because I want that feeling. I really do. But we'll just have to see exactly what happens. But with everyone else, all the other critics out there, especially those that who we know didn't want this to happen and just didn't care and was talking all kinds of shit, and fans alike, if this manages to even get a lot of those people on board, if it gets like just rave reviews across the board, then that's going to be very, very interesting to see. But 1 week away, we're almost there, and I'm very curious to see how this all in fact does go down. But anyway, that'll do it for this video for now. I appreciate you watching. If you have, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you would. It would be greatly appreciated. And remember, I am Iron Raven.